Let's discuss the brand new heroes that were just released. We have Roc Costume here, which I actually have the old versions of the costume, so we know what it is that they are doing and how much has actually changed with these characters. So with Roc Costume, still running at average speed. She's got the cleric, deals 185 damage to the target nearby enemies. Target nearby enemies receive 584 water damage over 4 turns, which is a decent amount. But the biggest draw to be using Rana now is the target nearby enemies get minus 74% decrease for any healing received for 4 turns. This effect can't be cleansed. And cleanses status ailments from the caster and nearby allies. So a few different things that Rana does that are completely unique. First off, the minus 75% decrease for healing is substantial. And now she does it for 4 turns versus the old version was at 2 turns. And then she's also cleansing the status ailments from the caster nearby allies, which is a problem that Yellow has had, is not being able to cleanse. So there's definitely some positives with using Roc Costume. And as you can see, when we compare it to the old version, which was at 185 damage to target, and then the 438 on the water damage, and then only the 2 turns on the decreased healing. So if you were to ask me, is Roc Costume worth it or good or whatever, I actually like the character. I think that she's pretty good, and like I mentioned before, she fits in with some niche. Retro, thank you so much for the donation, bro. I really appreciate it. New camera battery, thank you, bro. Yeah, if you guys are seeing this, my camera battery died, so we got to get a new one. So thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Is Roc Costume worth it? I like the character, being that she does a minus 75% healing, and you can pair her with other minion making heroes. So that is a huge draw to where they can't actually just get rid of their minions. So pairing her with like Elizabeth, you throw minions on them, they can't even be able to get rid of them. We're gonna see a huge rise in minion heroes, especially offensively. So I think you could use Rana to just make sure your minions are always sticking. So definitely better. The buff that she's done, I would say that she probably fits into like the B+ A- range still, but nothing too crazy over the moon that you have to go on a wild spending spree, but just could pair well with a lot of different characters. So that is pretty cool about her. Getting into it, we have Roc as well, Yunnin Costume. So this is the new version of Yunnin Costume. Dealing 176% damage to all enemies. All enemies receive 600 sand damage over 5 turns. 600 sand damage is a lot. And then all allies get plus 33% mana generation for 5 turns, and cleanses status ailments from all allies. So when you compare him to his regular version, obviously he's going to be dealing a bit more in terms of damage. Especially the sand damage is a huge difference. If you want to decrease healing, you can use the regular one, but then obviously just being able to cleanse all status ailments from all allies, they just made the costume version just better. So in comparison, when you compare Yunnin Costume to the old version of Yunnin, you have deals 176% damage to all enemies. All enemies get 360 sand damage over 3 turns. So 5 turns is 600. That's definitely a bigger difference. And then 33% mana generation for 5 turns versus the old version was at 3 turns, and then cleanses all status ailments, from all allies. So that stays the same. So biggest difference here is going to be just the amount of sand damage received over the turns, and then also the mana generation now for 5 turns. I think it helps. It's obviously not bad. I wish that stuff couldn't be dispelled. Maybe that would do better. But unfortunately, we have a lot of stuff in green that works really well. So the big draw to potentially be using Yunnin Costume was the same draw to be potentially using him was cleansing all the status ailments from all allies. So again, green is kind of limited in terms of cleansing status ailments from all allies. So that does give you an opportunity to where you're using this character to do that. So I do like him, but again, not another situation where I'm like super crazy, gonna go wild on spending anything. I think that there's definitely a lot of other characters that I would probably level up, especially in green, especially at slow. So that is a big factor there. So I do have to mention that this is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. After this, I'm going to be playing some Raid Shadow Legends. I'd really appreciate it if you guys do me a favor, go ahead and scan that QR code. I get credit for every time somebody downloads Raid, and honestly, that's what keeps all the content here for free, coming at you guys, giving this information here. So I'd really appreciate it if you download Raid Shadow Legends. There's a ton of different characters you can select from. The thing that I love the most about Raid is you can take 3-star characters and you bring them all the way up to 6 stars. So that is a huge relevant thing. You don't have to worry about always having the craziest heroes, because there's still a bunch of 3-star characters that are just as good or even better than a lot of the 5 stars. So I'm going to be playing some Raid a little bit after this, but let's go ahead and discuss Roc as well. So we just got this brand new Roc costume, which I have to say, I think it's pretty funny that he's wearing like a biker vest and he's got like a biker like a bandana on, glasses. He's kind of like a biker, but then he's just chilling with the juice box. Like, I don't know what's going on with that, but I appreciate the creativity, I guess. Big notable difference between Roc and Roc Costume is the fact that the Roc Costume is in Fighter, which we know is one of the absolute best talents that you can have. So the ability to just go ahead and revive and then come back and then smash everybody is pretty awesome. So he's running at average speed. He deals 660 sand damage over 4 turns, and then all enemies get minus 44% defense for 3 turns, and then also dispels buffs from all enemies. So being, again, another situation in yellow, being able to dispel everything is quite relevant. There's some certain situations where dispelling, especially if they have purple heroes, so like getting rid of taunt without taking damage, or well, you won't take damage on taunt, but being able to not take damage on counterattacking and stuff like that if they have those heroes up. Dispelling all the buffs. Unfortunately, if they have like Ludwig up, it's only going to dispel Ludwig, so you do need to run it twice if that's the route that you're going to go. But I do like that he is dispelling all buffs from all enemies. So when we take a look at the regular version, so all enemies are going to get the 315 sand damage over 3 turns, and then they're getting the decreased healing for 2 turns, and then cleanses all status ailments from all allies. So being able to give defensive down as well as dispelling the buffs. I wish that they flipped those around, being able to dispel first, so if they have and then giving the defensive down would be pretty cool. Actually, they won't really matter that much now that I think about it, because even if they have defense increase, you're going to just give them giving to them. And then the sand damage over turns. The only real factor of really using this character, and yellow does have a lot of heroes that give defensive down, is at average speed. Sand damage is kind of relevant. I do like that it is all enemies getting the sand damage, but that can also be dispelled. I'm not too stoked on it. The biggest draw to be using these characters in the Sand Empire is going to be the dispelling of the buffs from either allies, or cleansing dispelling buffs from all the enemies, or cleansing all of your allies. So that's going to be kind of your biggest draw on getting these. They do have some interesting little tidbits. I don't think that anything is really going to get broken. Now obviously you can see that we've got a costume bonus. I would probably peg this as characters that they will potentially increase or add buffs to in the near future, just because they're not overwhelmingly over the top, and we've just kind of seen this growing trend to where if anything is not super good, then they just decide to buff it and make it relevant. So don't be surprised if these get a buff in the near future. because I don't see that a whole bunch of people are going to go on a huge spending spree to get these characters. So with that being said, I am going to play a little bit of Raid Shadow Legends. I'd really appreciate it if you guys take a little bit of time to check this out, because this honestly is really what keeps me like employed, I would say. Keeps me making content. So I'm going to play a little bit of Raid. You can scan this QR code up at the top left-hand corner. If you guys are new to the channel, this is really beneficial to me, because they pay better than you guys, no offense. They support the channel substantially in a monetary value, which I appreciate you guys all viewing and everything like that. That does mean a lot to me. I'm not discounting that at all, but when you factor in the thousands of hours that have gone into making this content for you guys, there has to be a way for me to justify it. And although I do appreciate you guys watching, I have to also feed my family. So if you want to help me out, the best thing you can do is you can just download Raid Shadow Legends, top left-hand corner. You can also go and download directly from this code that I'm going to post here too. So let me send this over. All right, so let's read. All right, so guys, let me tell you, let's hear what you guys think about what do you guys think about the new Sand Heroes? Buffs, are they worth it? Are they great? Any thoughts on the new gargoyles, them getting nerfed? I don't think that they will get nerfed. They did nerf Gusek already. It'd be interesting to see if they do anything with Kalo. Could see maybe a potential there. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much. Oh, Jimmy hasn't been on 733 days. Only like 5 of us are semi-active. Oh, I didn't realize that. That's so funny. How you doing, Alex? Yeah, so I do like the gargoyles quite a bit. Pretty much everything kind of stands with the video I just released on the gargoyles a couple weeks ago. Gusek is still really good. Penalite's really good. There's the green guy. He's pretty good. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them. But obviously Kalo is insane. Yeah, we'll wait until the end of the month before you limit break Kalo. Honestly, limit breaking Kalo is not end of the world. It's only a 4-star. It's the 5 stars when you limit break those that you really feel it. So I would probably feel safe limit breaking Kalo, because even if they do, they're gonna keep him still pretty relevant. Change to Custom Rock, I would make keep it average speed, remove 6 sand damage, 150 to all enemies, increase 44. I could see that star. That's pretty good. Giving defensive down to all enemies would be pretty sweet, especially in yellow. I mean, we have a white hair costume, White Rabbit. He's at fast, so it's only a target nearby. So I could see average defensive down for 4 turns. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, but he would also be at average. That's a big difference. Hi, Rob Sean. You've leveled up Rock, not worth spend money, you reckon? Yeah, probably not too crazy. Pull Costume in, Custom running back last year, glad they buffed them. Yeah, I'm glad they buffed them too. Sand damage heroes are only nice, and lower light might be worth it. Anything better. Kalo and friends are super solid, legit, yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, the Sand Heroes, they do add that element of being able to dispel and cleanse, especially in very hard heroes that don't do that quite often. All right, so let's do this. You guys want to do a poll? And hero. All right. There we go. What's your guys' favorite? Let me know. Take the poll. You can check the box, the one that fits for costume version. Roc was fast in beta. He was good. Then it got him, and it was just, oh, disgusted to see his average speed. Oh, I trying to remember if I remember that. That's pretty interesting. What emblem route should I go for Loki? Which Loki? Lady or Lord? If it's Lord, you want to go defensive. The biggest draw to keeping been using Lord Loki is being able to use him so he can steal other people's special skills. So you want him to stay alive as long as possible. Yeah, Lord Loki. Yeah, you want him to stay alive as long as possible. Guys, make sure you do the vote. Yeah, it does make a definitely difference between fast versus average. Loki fish. Fish Loki. I know, right? Salmon Loki. Could have been salmon Loki. I wish I had more salmon Lokis. If I ever go out, I just want to level up a bunch of salmon Lokis and then put them on as my defense. And just one cage Barado. What would be your defense? Let me know in the chat. What would be your defense if you decided you were going to quit playing Empires and Puzzles and there was going to be a defense that was up the whole time for you to be remembered? All right, so guys, that was kind of like the Titan hit. What I love about the game is you can just do kind of like auto. What's really cool about this too is they have all sorts of different fragments. So a lot of times you can actually get characters for completely free without spending any money in the game. They also have situations to where they change the drop rates on different things. So sometimes stuff is actually, you have like a 12% chance of getting a legendary. They also have what's called a mercy system. So after 12 summons without a legendary, you are guaranteed to get a legendary. So you can see kind of the different percentages that it increases, and it just activates every single time. So per shard, it actually goes up. Same thing with like the void shards, it goes up after 200 without a legendary. So what's really awesome is that they keep in mind people and doing spending on giving you guaranteed results that you will get a guaranteed situation. So I love that they care enough to do that kind of stuff. There they have this where you can actually, it'll level up your guys without you even being there. These super raids are really cool too. So if you want to, or let me see which one's super raiding right now. Oh, let me see. All right, so Ice Golem. So Ice Golem has a super raid. So what's cool is you can actually choose, you can check this box right here where it says super raids, and it will end up doing the battle for you multiple times. So you get double the runs in one reward, so it saves time, but you're using the same amount of energy. Like, how sweet would that be if we could just, while you're farming one thing, you actually have to farm it once, but it counts it as twice, but it uses your energy. it's stuff like this that makes me really appreciate Raid Shadow Legends, because they understand what the consumer is going through, the frustrations that they're having, and then they find solutions to keep the players playing the game, which makes it all around just better for everyone, because more people that are happy about the game and are actively choosing to stay with the game is going to be just way better all around. All right, so let's see. Oh, it doesn't even show. Does it show me the results? Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, so Roc and Rana are tied right now. Oh, Roc just got a bump. Interesting. Oh. So who's gonna check out Raid Shadow Legends to help support? So there was quite a bit of your peace out defense would be all Treevils. Okay, I like that. Which here am I hoping to soul exchange? I honestly don't care. I'm more looking forward to being able to trim out 20 things off my roster space, which is actually kind of sad. Whatever the best 20 hero is, that's what I'm looking forward to. If I had a choice, Caitlyn Costume would be sweet. Probably Caitlyn Costume, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Is Exterior that good? I'm not that big stoked on her. Yeah, SG has no mercy. Yeah, it's pretty lame that they don't. Yeah, I just want space. Whatever the best 20 hero is. No, Unholy, there is no list. Anybody that's trying to claim that they have a list is just completely inaccurate. All right, well, we will close this poll. Woo! Turns out we like Roc the best. All right. Oh, they've got skins on them now. Interesting. Alright, so let's grab those. Let's swap him out. I didn't even know I had this guy. I don't even know what character that is. Interesting. Love to get Albrecht or Kunshin. Yeah, just got Kunshin not that long. Kunshin or Mad Hatter. Strong Reviver. Oh, Lady of the Lake. Yeah, I don't think I have Lady of the Lake. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'd really appreciate it. One last time, if you guys would do me a huge favor, click on Raid Shadow Legends, download that, check them out, let me know what you think, and it really means a lot to me. Tell us about my testing with Kalo, made Kalo resurrect everyone, give them counter, beefy minions. Yeah, I mean, Kalo is just broken, as we know. I haven't actually leveled him up yet. I'm finishing Kofu or whatever first, and then I'm trying to think, do I want to do Kalo next? I'll possibly do Kalo next. I haven't decided. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys very soon, and I hope you have an awesome week. I will be streaming again. I think we've got some new content coming up. I forget what's coming up. I gotta look at it, but I think I'm gonna be on a couple of times this week because there's some new content that's coming out. Definitely as soon, just so you guys know, as soon as the Soul Exchange hero comes out, I will be making content and telling you which hero to pick and give you a rundown similar to what I did for the first one, kind of the pros and cons of everything. And so you guys will definitely see that. So I will see you guys very soon. I hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and thanks for all the support, guys.